What's up everyone, Vortex23 here, back with episode 5 of our Minecraft Survival Let's Play. So in the last episode, we got our villager trading hall set up and we got ourselves this elytra. So since the last episode, I said I was going to AFK overnight, and realistically it has been about 3 hours since I finished recording, so I didn't get too many emeralds. I traded this guy a lot of carrots and stuff. His price is super high for carrots now, but I figured out that his trades only refresh if you have their workstation, and he has claimed this workstation since he had to refresh his trades, so we shouldn't have an issue when bringing other villagers in here connecting to this composter. I don't think. Hopefully not, and I'll change these blocks as needed for them getting refreshed trades, but we're going to get this efficiency 4 book. I actually forgot a book, and we are going to do a 1-hour mining session because I'm not too worried about not having unbreaking because we have mending, so we can always stop, just mine some coal and repair our pickaxe. There are books. I also destroyed the fish farm because we weren't really using it, so there was no point in having it. So my plan for this mining session isn't really to get a lot of diamonds and stuff. It's more to get a lot of cobblestone so I can use it for the build. The build itself, for the base, doesn't use cobblestone, but I need blocks to get around, and we have like no cobblestone, so this is probably our best option here. So we are going to get this pickaxe all enchanted. Boom. Efficiency, fortune, and mending. So hopefully this pickaxe doesn't break during this mining session. But yeah, we will be back in an hour with hopefully a lot of stuff. Alright, I just want to take a minute to talk to you guys about a few things. So if you didn't see the other day, I released a video. It was called I Made My Own Game, Minecraft Survival of the Fittest Part 1. So if you haven't seen that, I really recommend go checking it out. It took a lot of time and effort. I actually talk about it at the end of this video. But me and my friends went through and we used 1,902 command blocks, and we made our own player versus entity game where you click a button and waves of mobs come in and you have to take them down, and then you can sell off their drops for points and buy better gear. We automated it so that you can play it whenever. With a click of a button, game resets, automatically start the rounds. There's 50 rounds, and it took us about 72 hours of work in all to complete, and I have a 4-part video coming out on it. Super cool. It is for Minecraft Windows 10 edition though, or Xbox One edition, so if you guys are interested in trying the game out, I will have a link to a Discord channel in the description where you guys can hit me up and let me know that you guys want to play it. But yeah, that's about it, so go check out those videos. Session, I ended up coming to the Nether to look for some ancient debris, and I cleared out an enormous area looking, and I still could not find any. And I just saw a comment on one of my my recent episode saying to use TNT. So in the future, there's a guest. Whew. In the future, we're gonna have to. Wow, I'm not having a good time right now. Alright, we're just gonna go home. But in the future, I'm gonna have to use TNT to hopefully find some ancient debris, because that was just a crazy amount of time. Like, as you can see, my pickaxe is almost broken here. But I will show you guys what we got from the mining trip right here. So if you take a look, we got some pretty good loot here. A lot of diamonds, a lot of gold, ton of iron, redstone, all of that. So that was really cool. So what I want to do today now is start work on the base, and then from there probably start a mob farm so I can get a decent amount of gunpowder. This right here is the reason I wanted an elytra before starting this big base, because it is extremely risky if I fall, and it's a lot easier to get up here with fireworks I crafted from some gunpowder I had. But here is the general outline of our base so far. Here's one of the sides. So it's going to be kind of like a circular top. So my plan with this, have like a circular glass roof on this thing, and then have quartz running all the way down to the ground. It's going to cost a lot of quartz, but hopefully we can finish it this episode. We might be able to. It's just going to take a lot of quartz and a lot of sand to get the glass, but we'll come back and we have some more. I got a good amount of quartz, not as much as we'll need, and probably more glass than we'll need. But now it's time to actually start laying out how this is going to look. So we will be back in a little bit when we got some work done. Alright, so we have the base now done. It is quartz and white glass, but this is not it. We have a lot more to do. But this is like the structure of like where everything will be set up. Now I just have to put a roof, and then I'm going to extend these quartz all the way down to the ground. So this is going to take a lot of quartz. I'm not sure if we have enough, but we might have to go get more. But it's worth a shot, and it's going to look good. And just so you guys know, this is my first like big base build, and I do have other big builds I have in mind later in the series. So if this one's not the best, I know, but you know, it'll be okay. Alright, we're going to take a little bit of a break from building the base because I need a mob grinder going, because I need some bones for the base to make bone meal, and I also am going to need some gunpowder for creepers, so we need to get ourselves a mob grinder going, which means I need Silk Touch, so that's what we're going to be doing. Alright, well I finally got a Silk Touch villager here, and I also went and enchanted a new pickaxe, got efficiency and unbreaking, so this is going to be perfect. We have the perfect Silk Touch pickaxe, so now we have to go get some ice so that we can make this mob grinder, and then we will have a lot of gunpowder stuff so we can make plenty of fireworks, and we'll probably continue that in the next episode, I think. I don't know. I'm just kind of doing this as I go. Alright, well we finally found a packed ice biome here, and it's more like some glaciers, but we need about 16 stacks of this so that I can get our mob grinder going. It's not too bad. I've seen worse, but this probably isn't the most efficient design that I'm going to make, but it's one that I know how to make and I really like. So we're going to stick with it. We might do something more efficient in the future. I think the sound of glass breaking is one of the greatest sounds there is. Alright, we got all the ice we are going to need. Now we just got to head home, which honestly isn't too far, so we'll be back there in just a second. Alright, so the first thing we need to do for this mob farm is light up the entire area outside of our base with torches here. So this is going to take some time, and it's actually going to take a couple nights probably to do, because it's obviously easier to do this at nighttime. But this is one of the first steps, is like we have to do a huge area of torches to make sure no mobs are spawning on the surface. And then we have to make an attempt to light up all the caves, which is pretty difficult, but I think we'll be able to do it. Alright, we have the shell of the mob grinder completed, so now I just need to put a roof on it, add all the ice and the redstone, and then get some hoppers down here, and we should be set to go. I'm just not sure on how to put the ice up there, but you know what, we will figure it out. So this was a farm I found a while back. I did not create this. I found it when I was doing a survival world a couple years ago, and it still works, so I don't have a link to the actual video of how to make this. I will look for it though. If I find it, it will be in the description. But it's a relatively small farm, but it works very effectively, and I don't really need anything too crazy because I'm only really using this for gunpowder, and it should get me enough gunpowder whenever I need. So I think we'll be okay. So how it works is there's 4 layers of these ice platforms, and there's a dispenser going to be on each layer. And it'll be on a redstone timer that dispenses water, and there's 16 platforms in all, and it'll send the mobs down to the ground where they will die of fall damage, and then from there we can transport the items to a storage system that we make, and it, like I said, relatively easy and simple, but it's very effective. Alright, well, after going through an insane amount of torches, we are getting this area lit up, but there's still a lot more to do, but now that it's daytime, I'm going to continue on the build, which is starting to look pretty good. So we should have this ready in no time. Alright, so all the ice is in place and all the area for the redstone, the dispensers. So now I just need to put all the redstone in, add water to the dispensers, and then put a roof and it'll be ready. But I've already noticed some mobs spawning considering it's nighttime. And a few fell out. I think their loot should be over here. It was like a creeper and a couple other things. Yeah, so you can see all their loot fell down here, so even without the water, I mean, it's kind of working, but obviously that's not efficient, so we need to add the water, but we are getting somewhere, and this should be done within the next few minutes. Alright, the entire system is set up. So how it works is I have these hoppers that are transporting 21 items back and forth, which move the redstone block through the comparators, and that activates this chain here with the gravel that goes up and down, this chain of repeaters which goes into this block, out to this repeater, and this makes all the water turn on and off each time. So now the water all went back in. We'll go up top to show you guys. Ooh, I missed it. Okay, let's try that again. Alright, so all the water is now out. So next time that clock goes off, all of the water comes back in, and it goes back out right away, which is actually the opposite of what it's supposed to be doing. I need to get that one fixed. But yeah, we're going to fix that real quick, and then I'll show you guys. Alright, now that I got that fixed, so the timer will go, and it will send the water out, and then the water will run for maybe about 2 seconds, and then it will come back in, and this drops all the mobs. And yeah, that's how it works. So now we just need to put a roof on it, and we should be set for this thing to be fully operational. It's a good thing we started this too, because I am now out of gunpowder, which means I have no more fireworks. So it's not going to be easy to go up and down, but you know, we'll be okay now. Alright, our mob grinder is now complete, so now I'm just going to wait to show you guys some mobs falling out of it, because it's kind of cool. In the next episode, we're probably going to set up an iron farm so that we can get enough hoppers to actually fill this in, because you have to have like an X of hoppers because the mobs can fall from any spot. So it's going to take a lot of iron for that. But you know, hopefully we can just get this to show some mobs falling, so I can show you guys that it works. So this part of the video actually got corrupted, but I ended up adding more items into the hopper. So now there's 41 items to expand how much time mobs have to spawn, and then they drop. but I just noticed that it all got corrupted, but you'll see some mobs falling out in the outro. Alright, well I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of our Minecraft Survival. If you enjoyed, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Make sure you guys check out my custom minigame, Survival of the Fittest. That went up, the first episode of that went up yesterday, and the next one's going to go up tomorrow. So please check that out. That took a lot of work, but I will see you guys all next time. Goodbye.